Welcome to HEA's HypnoConnect, the podcast by the Hypnosis Education Association. Real conversations, expert insights, and meaningful connection. Brought to you by HypnoBiz in a Box, the ultimate all-in-one hypnosis business platform. Let's get to it.
We are so thrilled to have you here today, Claudia. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, I understand that one of us is going to actually get to work with the process.
Yeah,
I will need a volunteer.
Little story about this first, okay? So before we even started doing HypnoConnect, I think it was.
Couldn't have been before, but just after.
I remember seeing this video of you working with a child on the floor, and I was like, Melanie, you got to see this. This is so cool. I used different words, but it was so cool. And I noticed that, it just had such an interesting vibe to it. And I could see how I think it was a young boy you were working with, how easily he was responding to everything. And it just flowed. And anyway, so when we started doing more of these, I was like,
we went to the conference.
That's right.
He saw you and was really just blown away by it. And then obviously we got to meet you in person. It's just awesome. So we're really glad to have you here today.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to this content-free demo too. It's going to be fun. Awesome.
So, okay. Well, what you saw there, what you're referring to, Sean, is Bob Burns. I know many of you all know Bob Burns from The Swan. He said to me, Claudia, he said, send me a video of you working with a child. Mm-hmm. So I had to get parents' permission, of course, and she was there. And I did. I sent it to him, and he said, I expected to hate it. Mm-hmm. And I absolutely bloody loved it, because you can see the child visibly change.
Yeah, it was quite remarkable. And it was like fast.
And it is fast. However, it is a step-by-step process. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm actually going to share with you the history, because it is very emotional. I have my tissue up my sleeve. Okay. Now, it started because it's shadow puppets. Can you see that? It's bunny talk. Okay. So who remembers playing shadow puppets here when you were children?
I still do it.
There you go. Yeah, we do. And there's, you can do all sorts of things. Now, my husband was in the military, and he was in the Royal Navy, and he was away for months and months on end. And we had our youngest. We've got 5 children. She's our youngest. We've got 4 from other marriages, 2 each. And this little girl would get into bed with me in the mornings, and we would play. And I started showing her shadow puppets, and she particularly liked the bunnies. So we had Mummy Bunny and Baby Bunny, and we would do little play. We would talk like little babies, and she'd go, hello. And then I thought, well, what can I do with this? So I taught her the days of the week, the months of the year, simple math, and we played and played. And sometimes I would be the baby bunny and she would be the mummy bunny. I would get it wrong on purpose, and she would correct me, go, it's okay, just have another go. So she learnt to be kind. Mm-hmm. Now we roll on, and I moved to America. We've stopped doing bunnies quite so much by then, but every so often we just go, night. And she's now a teenager. We arrive in 2019. Oh, lovely. And then there's COVID in 2020. Yeah. She's nearly 14. No school, online school for 2 years. No friends. And she starts self-harming. Oh, okay. My fault. I brought her over from England to America. Must be my fault. And then one night she came through to my room. It was New Year's Eve. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Sobbing. It was a horrible sob. Horrible. I got out of bed, got into bed with her, and I held her. I said, can you tell me what it is? And then don't ask me what made me do it. I got my mummy bunny out. And she got her baby bunny out, which is as big as my bunny now because she's 15, but with the little ears down. And she told Mummy Bunny what had happened. Now, Mummy Bunny didn't react because Mummy Bunny never did. Mummy Bunny was always encouraging, and so there was no, oh my gosh, there was no reaction. It was just okay. What shall we do? And we figured it out together. And by 5 o'clock in the morning, she said to me, I'm all right now, you can go. So I went back to bed. Now, I had no idea how powerful that was going to be. All that time ago, I had been anchoring in safety, love, and security, unconditional love with my daughter. I had no idea. So yes, when we say the body keeps the score, the body keeps the score, good things as well. Good things. That was the feeling that we had anchored in. And she now tells me so much. She overshares. She's 18 now, so it's fine. It's a privilege. It's a privilege for us to have those conversations. And I have since said to her, darling, if I ever get dementia, I may forget your name. I said, will you talk to me with the bunnies? I will never forget the feeling of the bunnies. You see, because we may forget people, but we never forget the feeling. It's so important. Now, I was telling Cheryl Ellman this when I was training to become oh, you see my bunny earrings. When I was becoming a sleep talk consultant. And she said to me, Claudia, she goes, you've got to do something with that. So I said, okay. And I remember speaking to Carl Smith about it as well. And he said, just, yeah, of course, you make it your own, make it your own. It's something to do with sleep talk. And I go, I know, I won't. And I wrote a book. It's called A Parent's Journey and the Bunny Talk Process, because I wanted parents to use this. Imagine if so many parents have this from playing with their children when they're little, then if something big comes up for the child when they are teenagers, they have something. They may not have that, they might have something else, but that, of course, we all know that. It's an anchor. It's what we see speakers using that all the time. Mm-hmm. Now, I spoke about this at Hypnothoughts Live. I had my first presentation a couple of years ago, and it was half hour. And I spoke about my story. And I had a couple of people afterwards saying, Claudia, are you going to make this into a course? And I said, well, no, because anybody can do the bunny talk. It's shadow puppets. And they went, okay, well, if you don't, we will. And I told my daughter, and she went, no, Mummy, they can't. It's ours. It's our story. So I made it into a course because I think, well, hang on a minute. I'm already seeing children. I've been seeing children from way back when I was in children. I've had 5. And I thought, well, and I see the parents of the children because I always like to see the parents first. And I thought, well, I'll just train what I do because I get such good results. And then I see the parents because once I'm drawing all these diagrams for them, I don't have time to share all of the diagrams on here tonight because obviously it's a two-day workshop. But I will share one of them because you, like me, we know that it's not necessarily the child. It's not the child. It's the environment that the child is in. And for me, it's really important to engage the parent in the process. So if a parent says to me, can you fix my child? I kind of think to myself, well, possibly, but I think I'd really prefer to try and fix you as well. So can you come in for a session? So I go, well, of course, would you like to come in for a session as well? And before I work with your child, and then we can figure out some more. And this is what I'm going to share with you right now. Okay. And feel free to take notes. All right. So this is one of the diagrams I draw with my clients. And I say, well, this is the triangle of when we're first born, and our mind is eager to learn, and our body is eager to get going, and our soul is brand new and shiny from Soul World. And then I ask them, do you believe in souls? And because not everybody does. And it is actually an important question, because then you just kind of know some of their belief system. And if they don't, well, then we say, okay, that's fine, self. Now, when these all overlap, we have this lovely, lovely, lovely little bit in here, and that is called balance and harmony. And hopefully we have that when we're little. Play, 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 Christmas birthdays, play, 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 Christmas birthdays. And not all of my clients have that. And I'm sure same with you. And then I say, and then we go to school. And I say, and then there's these things called expectations. And then I say, and some parents put on their children, why didn't you make honor roll? Why didn't you make the soccer team, the football team, cheer team? They did. And they start comparing and contrasting. And you can see the parents going, oh, they could go, well, that's what happened to me. They could say, oh, we do that. Now they're taking responsibility. And that is what we want. I am not saying, I'm just saying some parents, I'm not saying you, I'm saying some, and then they openly, they start to take responsibility. That is what we want. And of course, expectations lead to disappointments.
Yep.
And it breeds this triangle: anger, fear, and guilt. And the anger feeds the fear, and the fear feeds the guilt, and the guilt feeds the anger, and the fear feeds the anger, and the anger feeds the guilt, and the guilt feeds the fear. And it goes every which ways. And I say, my job is to get people back to balance and harmony as best as I can. Now, I also do a reality check. We all have expectations. We just do. You know, I expected my children to brush their teeth, come down for dinner when I called them, do their homework. And that really didn't always happen. So, however, so we want to build that rapport with the parents. I mean, again, this is usually my second diagram. I've got other diagrams, they're in the workshop. But the balance and harmony. And how do we get people back to balance and harmony? Through this acceptance. And that is acceptance of yourself and acceptance of other people. We're all quirky. We're all a little bit weird, you know, because we're people. Forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself and forgiveness of others. I give lots of grace. Try and get the parents to give themselves lots of grace, because it's then what's next? What else can I do? It's the next opportunity, next play. Right, they may have made mistakes. What's next? What else can I learn? There's never a fail. We always know that. There's only learning. Now, forgiveness. This is an interesting one. I see people who have been abused, just like, and all three of my children have been abused. Okay, this is my why. This is my purpose. Okay, this is why I do all of this. Now, so I don't expect for me. I couldn't say forgive so and so. Who am I? Who am I to tell somebody to forgive? No way, no way. I say what I can do is I can get you to a place of indifference, so that then they can choose to forgive, because it's their choice. You're getting the parents on board here. And again, your clients. So forgiveness, it's their choice, because you've got them to a place of indifference, which is what I'm going to be showing when I have my volunteer, okay? Acceptance, forgiveness, letting go, because letting go is what I am really good at doing. And everybody who's trained with me is really good at doing with the bunny talk process, with the bunny eye movements. And moving on, that is what my clients get to do. That's their job, moving on. Now, I then explain this. So let me explain this. Because this is what you will have seen in that video of me with a little boy.
Yep.
So now I just want to say this. This diagram I got from Beryl Coma. Okay. This is from Carl Smith. That is mine. There are other things I have done so many different trainings, and I've pulled from here, and that's the bunny talk process. Okay, so I did IEMT back in 2018. I'm an advanced blast technique practitioner. I'm a certified havening practitioner. I have literally got a lot of the little best bits that I use, and that is in the bunny talk process. So this, and again, I love that about Carl Smith. He always says, make it your own, make it your own. So I did. Okay. So this is how I explain it. Now, this is always looking after us, and it represents our amygdala. So it's always going fight, flight, freeze, fight, flight, freeze. And imagine now, well, Sean and Melanie, you're in Florida. Imagine if an alligator came into your room right now, you'd both probably jump up on your chair. Yeah.
Yes.
So wherever anybody is, I don't know what state you're in. I'm in the state of North Carolina. It's a bit chilly here at the moment, but if a copperhead slithered in here, I would jump up on my chair. Okay. Because I'd go like that. And if I asked you right now, if I said to you both, jump up on your chairs, everybody jump up on your chairs, you go, no. Like, no. However, not a problem if something horrible came in on your floor, okay, you'd go, and you would move, because you would get a shot of cortisol, a shot of adrenaline. So aren't our brains amazing? They look after us, they protect us. And so that is why you would be able to just move without even thinking about it. Now, adrenaline is a memory fixer. Okay, this is why we can always seem to remember when we got told off a really horrible time in our lives, or really good times, because the adrenaline is flowing. So I want you all now to imagine we are in a bank and a robber comes in with a gun. We're going to go like that. Okay, so we're going to freeze. Unless you're a black belt, I suppose. But anyway, we'll probably freeze. All right. And then say he grabs us by our shoulders and he shoves us in a tiny closet. He also smells of a really stinky cologne. All right. So now we are trapped in this tiny closet and we're all like this. Police come, they take him away. Ooh, we go back down there. Do you know what? We're saved, but we don't like being touched on our shoulders anymore. He anchored in fear. And then one of you might not like flying. One of you, if you're in a small room, might always have to have the doors and windows open. One of you might always have to, if you're in a movie theatre, might have to sit on the end. One of you might not like elevators anymore, because we're all different. 20 years later, you could start going, I'm not feeling very good. I don't like this. I mean, something's not right. Now, you could be smelling that smell of the stinky cologne. You don't know that, but the amygdala remembers it. You see, it's always looking after us. And so it's making you feel anxious. It's going high alert, high alert, high alert, because when we are like that, in that moment when we're trapped, and we are trapped as children, we're trapped in a car when our parents are arguing, we're trapped in being in a home, because it's the safety and security. People are trapped in other ways. I don't need to go into them all. You all know the various ways people could be trapped. When we are trapped, it's called an AMPA receptor. It's stuck on the lateral side of the amygdala. That's what they've basically come up with, the neuroscientists. They'll probably come up with something else later on, but anyway, that's it at the moment. Now, so I call it a big blob of poo, okay? Because it's so much easier. So, and the kids love it, okay? All right, so that's how I deal with this with the children. I don't go into the diagrams with my little children, but I do with my teenagers. Now, so it's like a blob of poo. And over time, it starts to catastrophize, which is why we can go into other areas of, say, not liking elevators, not liking movie theaters, not liking queues, not liking, and it can go all over the place. So we're literally spreading sloppy poo all over our landscape of the amygdala. Now, I say my job is to get rid of the poop on the landscape. So somebody said to me once, oh, so you're the pooper scooper. Yeah, I'm the pooper scooper. Okay. So we get your poop in a group. You will feel it. We activate it. So you're going to feel it. It's activated. And then we're going to deal with it. And then together we heal it. I do not call myself a healer personally. I like the person to know that they've done the work. I guide. That's it. In my opinion, I want people to think that they've done the job, the work themselves. Now, so that's what I did. So I get rid of the poo. So who's going to be my volunteer? I need a volunteer. And if you don't, I'll just pretend I've got one and show you other things that I've done with somebody.
Don't mind.
You don't mind?
But I did want to give somebody else the opportunity to if they wanted to. That's why I didn't help out.
Okay. Would anybody else like to be my volunteer?
And if you would just hop on camera and raise your hand so we can see you and let us know.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. All right. You got me. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it. Okay. So first of all, we would be setting up some anchors because I like to set up a good state first. All right. Now, I'm sure many of us know how to set up an anchor because it's NLP. All of this work is NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and it's various stages of it. So, Melanie, I am going to ask you to tell me, is there a good time when you felt, yes, really proud of yourself?
Yes, of course.
Okay, wonderful. Are you happy to share a little bit of that with me?
I just came up with when we put on, I'm going to curse, but I'm not. Sexy MFer after when we got married and my husband and I danced to the spot where we were partying afterwards. It was a lot of fun. Prince's song. So I was thinking that was that was a great time. It felt amazing. I felt really proud of myself for doing exactly what I wanted to do on my wedding day versus thinking what anybody else would think. It was a blast.
Okay, well, you've got your wedding day. Yeah, okay. So
Yep.
Okay, so we've got that one. And I'm not going to set up loads, but I usually set up about 5 anchors with people. Okay, Melanie, give me a time when you were laughing your head off, absolutely, like as though you were going to pee your pants. All right, really, something really funny.
Yeah, I've got those.
You got one?
Yeah.
Just give me the bare bones of it, just so that I can encourage.
This one with his comedy shows about me. That's good enough.
Okay, well, there we go. Okay, so we're going to set up 2 anchors, all right, just so that you can basically show. Okay, so just closing your eyes now, closing your eyes. And what I'd like you to do is to go back to that remembered time. It's your wedding day and you've got Prince playing and it's the song that you want it to be. You know it and you were both really boogieing away. When you have that as though it's happening right here and now, I'd like you to press your finger and thumb together, like the 2 bunny fingers, the finger and thumbs together, and power that feeling in. You know what you're wearing. You know all the people who were there. You know Sean, and you are really moving. All right. And when that's happening, so it's happening right here and now, power that in. All the sounds, the smells, all those wonderful feelings, just power that in. That's right. And now clear the image, open your eyes and relax your finger and thumb. And do you get alligators there?
Yeah, we got one in the pond.
Oh, lovely. Okay. And now I'd like you. Now, this is what we do when we set up anchors, the NLP thing, you break state. All right. It's just one of those things that's what you do. And then, so Melanie, close your eyes again, please. Closing your eyes. And I'd like you to go back to one of those many remembered times where on Sean's comedy show, and he is using you as the butt of his jokes, and you know what he's saying, and you're finding it absolutely hilarious. Okay. And when you have that, so it's happening right here and now, you can hear everybody laughing. And I want you to press your finger and thumb together, anchor that feeling in as though it's happening right here and now. That's right. I can sit, yeah. And you're even laughing now at one of this particularly, maybe he's quite rude about you, but you still can't help but laugh because it's just so funny. That's right. And you again, you know where you are, you know what kind of comedy show it is. And that's right. So it's happening right here and now. And now clear the image, open your eyes and relax your finger and thumb. Awesome. And so I didn't know you were a comedian as well, Sean. So that's pretty cool. There we go. So awesome. Okay. And so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I do with my children. I then ask some questions because I want to build some rapport. I want to get to know them. I may have done the setting up anchors first. I may do it after this. It depends. When I train this, I train it, but I want people to always know that there's no right or wrong way. I don't want people to get so fraught. Oh my gosh, there's so many steps. And sometimes a step may be missed and it doesn't matter. Okay. I don't want people to think, oh, I missed it out and then just stop, because the client never knows. They don't know. You just fill it in another time. It's fine. Okay. And I also always want people to know it's not just my way of how to do this. People might think, well, actually, I like this little technique I use as well. I'm going to add it in. Do it. You know, it's absolutely fine. This is it's a framework. It's step-by-step framework. You can use it as standalone or just use little sections of it. So I'm now going to ask you some questions, Melanie, just to get to know you a little bit better. What's your favorite color?
A turquoise.
Oh, nice. I like turquoise. And what's your favorite food?
Anything stackable.
Okay. Do you have a favorite drink?
Tea.
Tea. Nice.
Lots and lots of tea.
Yes. Do you have a, is it, now, you see, I'm English, so tea for
Yeah,
me.
PG tips, thanks.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. If you had a magic power, what would it be?
I do. I see around corners.
You can?
Yes.
Okay. So if you had another magic power.
I would fly, which I think I could do that too, but only in like extreme situations.
Yes, that would be mine, flying.
Yeah.
I often go flying at nighttime. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then beware. Okay. Now, if you had a wish, what would that be?
World peace.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite place?
I see the beach immediately.
The beach. And when I'm doing this with my teenagers, you'll often find a lot of the children say their bedroom.
Yeah, some place where they feel safe.
Yeah. So you're learning a lot. There's a whole load of, there's a whole load of like little questions, but they're all very easy. And then you can build in your own and just have a little chat, and that's building rapport with a child. So, and then I might set up anchors, either one or the other first. Now I'm talking about the poo, okay? And for a little one, I might go, we've got some poo on here. This is what happens. We get these nasty bits of poo, and that's not very nice, is it? Have you got some poo on your brain, Melanie? Is this?
Yeah,
poo?
for sure.
Okay. Well, should we get rid of it?
Yeah.
That's done good.
That'd be awesome.
Great. Now, do you happen to have a pen and paper there?
I do.
Excellent. So I'm just going to ask you right now, would you mind drawing a little gingerbread man?
Okay.
So this is how I do it online. When I'm in person training, I draw around their body on paper, big builder's paper. Okay. So I'm going to draw, I'm going to see what your gingerbread man looks like. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. There's no gingerbread man police, which is just as well, because when I'm drawing around people's bodies. Oh, that's an, I know, I'm sorry.
I was up there. I'm
Funny,
putting,
I know.
I'm putting it at the microphone.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we've got you seem to have like, you've got nice big square hands. There you go.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Pretty good.
I know. Okay, so Melanie, this bit of poo, this poo that you've got on there, okay? And I'd like you to think about that poo right now. Do you know whereabouts is it in your body? Do you have any coloured pens or anything there, or you might just have your pen? Where do you feel that in your body? So I have crayons, I have felt tips, I have all sorts of things.
It's probably in my neck and shoulders.
Okay. And what colour have you chosen?
Red.
Red. Okay. So can I see how you've drawn it in your neck and shoulders? Okay. So I then on mine, I draw it on here. It's a 2-day training. Somebody's put, I don't understand the quick transition. I've got like an hour to show everybody, so it would be in the training. So I'm just moving on. Okay. What's she asking? Do you talk about?
No, it's content free.
Content free.
Yeah.
I might already know from the parent or from if they're an adult or a teen that there might be something, but yeah, it's content free. That's that makes sense now for the transition. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I got you. So it's in your shoulders. Okay. And is it hot, cold, tingly? Is there pressure? What is it?
It's hot and it's rocks. It's just like there's like metal in here.
Okay. So then I'm writing hot, rocks, metal.
Mm-hmm.
And is it heavy? Is it what else? Can you explain it anymore?
Yeah, it's heavy. There's a burden.
Heavy. Okay, it's a heavy burden. So I write all these words down. And what emotion do you have attached to that? Or a saying that runs your head around that?
It's a lot to bear. It's a lot to bear.
It's a lot to bear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so if you can just follow my fingers. So I don't want your fingers in like that, but you just follow my bunny. Okay. And just follow. I'm just going to move my hand left and right. And just keeping your head still. And just moving your eyes left and right. That's it. Well done. Really good. Well done. Let it go. Let it go. Shake it off. Now, Melanie is being watched by lots of people, but you'll be surprised how loud people can be, okay, when they're doing this with just you alone. This is the cathartic release. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good, good, good. Well done. Well done. Really good. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Good, good, good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Bunny's got it. Deep breath in through your nose and out. And, oh, this is what I love sometimes when it's live. Here's me. I forgot to scale it. I use a ruler. I use a ruler to scale it. Okay, so before, I do apologize. And this is exactly what I mean, is that if you were doing this with a client in real life and you forgot to do that, just get it up and go, oh, if we'd had that before, it doesn't matter. People don't know, people don't really care. It's just like, oh, it's my fault. I didn't have it sat here, I had it done there. So where were you before with your scale? My ruler is 12, and I use rulers for children, and I might well be using them more with my adults as well, because not everybody likes to suddenly come up with a SUD. We all know what we mean by SUDs, significant units of distress. So where were you before, Melanie?
Probably a 7.
Okay, and where are you now after that first round of vibe movements?
That's it. Probably 5.5 or so.
Okay, good. Okay, and is there any change in the body?
Yeah, I think I was definitely like, okay, you're gonna take some of these rocks out of my shoulders. I'll let it happen. So I'm
Okay,
feeling like I do feel like my shoulders are a little, yeah, they feel less
nice.
rocky,
Okay, nice.
less metallic right now. There's actually some mush instead of like.
Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do another round.
Okay.
Okay. So just following the bunny. That's right. I'm going to do a figure of 8 now. That's right. And allow your wonderful unconscious mind to take the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding from that feeling so that you can process it in a way that is safe and right for you, and putting it in the right place in your brain so that it never needs to bother you again. Good job. Well done. Well done. Good, 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 good. Really good. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Lovely. Lots of eye movement. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Bunny's got it. Deep breath in through your nose and out. And what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Pistachio.
Nice. And how's your body feeling now?
Better. Yeah.
Okay, good. And on your scale, where are you now?
Probably a 4 right now.
4. Okay. So your body's feeling better and we're at 4. Okay. So, and I write all this down. So just keep following fingers. That's it. And allow your wonderful unconscious mind to take the wisdom and the learning and the knowledge and the understanding so that you can process it in a way that is safe and right for you, and putting it in the right place in your brain so that it never needs to bother you again. Good job. Well done. Excellent. Keep letting it go. Let it go. Let it go. Shake it off like a dog does. Let it go. Good, 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 good. Well done. Taking the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding so that you can process it in a way that is safe and right for you. Good job. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Bunny's got it. Deep breath in through your nose and out. And what's your favorite pizza flavor? Do you eat pizza?
I eat pizza. I like pizza as long as it's got everything but mushrooms on it.
Okay. And where are you on your scale now?
Probably a 3.
Okay. And how's your body feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling a lot lighter.
Okay. So what I want you to start going through now is to see if you start coming in with a different feeling. Before we had it's a lot to bear.
Mm-hmm.
And just notice if something starts to come in. Okay. So again, just following the bunny and allow your wonderful unconscious mind to take the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding so that you can process it in a way that is safe and right for you, and putting it in the right place in your brain so that it never needs to bother you again. Good job. Well done. Well done. Good, good, good. Excellent. Taking the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding so that you can process it in a way that is safe and right for you. Good job. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Bunny's got it. Deep breath in through your nose and out. And do you get to swim much where you are
Yeah, sure do.
with your alligator in your pond?
No, I don't swim in the pond. Don't swim in the pond.
How's your body feeling now?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And where are you on your scale now? 10, well, 12 being the worst, 0, nothing. Where are you now?
Maybe a 2, 3,
2?
2. Yeah, I mean, it's different. So,
It's different. We've got change.
yeah, it's different.
Now, with some people, they can go really quick. With others, it can take a long time. Okay, everybody's different, and you just can't rush it. It's going to be whatever it is for them.
Mhm.
So it's so let's how are we doing? So let's do it again and see what else we can get it, if we can get it down any further. All right. So just keep following the bunny and allow your wonderful unconscious mind to take the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding from that feeling so that you can process it in a way that is safe and right for you. Good job. Well done. Excellent. And putting it in the right place in your brain so that it never needs to bother you again. Good job. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Good, 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 good. Really good. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Bunny's got it. Deep breath in through your nose and out. And did you have snow there where you were this year?
Never. No, actually, not since April of 76 or something. No.
Really? I know it did snow in Florida this
Yeah,
year.
not where I am.
Okay. And how's your body feeling?
Yeah, it feels much better.
Much better. Where are you on your scale now?
I'm probably still a 2. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but it feels like I worked to let it was as if it was up here and it had traveled down a little bit on my back into my traps, I guess. And I did some work to like let that go too. So I did like multiple layers of the burden.
Okay, nice. And there may be an onion layer that it's fixed
Yeah.
to something else. So that's fine. So out of interest, how would you change your drawing, your gingerbread man now? Have you got any other colors there?
Yeah, I might put like yellow in the trapezius area, like on the back lower shoulders, like
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put a yellow here?
Yeah. And the red's not really there, so you might just call that orangey yellow.
Okay, great. And did you come in with a different wording? We had it's hard, it's a lot to bear. Did you come in with something else? A positive for yourself? A positive feeling or a positive thought?
Yeah, probably it's not mine to, it's not mine to bear isn't quite right, but it is. It's more like it's not mine to bear. This is life. It's just
Okay,
it's
so
not something for me to try to bear or keep bearing. It didn't really have words, but that's what it feels like.
okay, so I'm just wondering how we can make that into a bit more of a positive view without a not. It's not mine to bear. You did say something else. It's
life.
Life, you said. It's life.
Yeah, it's life and death.
Okay. It's life. That's life. Yeah. Okay. So how would it be? Because then I'm going to be wanting you to put that in to anchor something more positive. That's just why I'm not going to say not. And I'm not necessarily going to say.
Okay. How about I'm grateful to be a human that gets to experience all this crazy shit. Even if it's not good sometimes.
Well, how about it's life?
That is a spiritual perspective that I can
Yeah,
tap
I know,
into,
and there's a lot more. So we would end up we'd probably find out more.
And Sean's got it better than that. He said, I'm blessed to witness. It's not just the cycle of life, but I'm blessed to witness all of these things in life.
There you go.
Yeah, because there's more than one burden.
Oh, this short, yeah. So we know that there would be more poo, basically. So
Yeah.
we go around
Right.
all the bits of poo and clear all the different bits until it all makes. So that's what you do. You do one at a time.
Cool.
But
Awesome.
for this purposes,
Yeah.
so what I'd like you to do, and
Sure.
I'm literally just going to say, now let me tell you what I'm going to say, and if this runs true with what you've come up with. I'm blessed to witness life. It's life, or what is it's life? I mean, so sometimes it's a little bit more, people go, oh, I let it go, or I'm it wasn't my fault, or it's
Right. I would say I'm blessed to experience this life. How about that? Blessed to
that's really
experience
nice. Yeah,
these things
now,
and
do
to
you
have
feel that?
and to have the wisdom and the resourcefulness. Please don't use the word resilience. I don't want to be resilient anymore. But to have the resourcefulness to, to be here and do these things for these people. I don't know. That's lots of words.
It is a lot. Okay.
I'm not being a very good child, am I?
Yeah. It's sometimes, but there's a lot there. We can see that there's a lot of poop on here that needs to be cleared, and that's okay, because obviously we're in a one-to-one setting. But for these purposes right now, what I'd like you to do is to anchor that in, and I'll say what you just said then. So just anchor that in, follow my bunny. Okay, while I say this, okay? I'm blessed to experience this life and have wisdom and resourcefulness to be here. I'm blessed to experience this life and have wisdom and resourcefulness to be here. I'm blessed to experience this life and have the wisdom, resourcefulness to be here. Yeah, I'm blessed to experience this life and have the wisdom and resourcefulness to be here. Bunny gives you wisdom, okay? Which is why sometimes lots of kids will just come up with one word, but then the bunny gives you something else, all right? So what I'd like you to do now, we check the work, is to look a point above your head, just above you, and try and feel the feeling you used to feel.
No. I recognize what it's supposed to be, and if I really went digging for it, I'm sure I could find it, but I don't want to.
So we would then continue to clear the poop on your thing, but for these purposes, I can't. So that's it in a nutshell. And next time I'll remind myself to say a small T and not a big T. That sounded like a big T.
It's just what's going on. What other kind of poop could we work with?
Yeah, and sometimes when things are still happening, it can be more difficult. So the idea is, from the other diagrams that I draw, that I train, it's the past pain that is still in pain, than this. So you did really well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Melanie a round of applause, because you never know what's going to happen. But everybody could see that it came down. Like I say, I'm trained in lots of different areas. I'm a blast technique practitioner, advanced blast technique practitioner. Nick Davies is an amazing trainer as well. He teaches that. There's IEMT. I actually trained with that in England. I know there's, I think it's, I've forgotten her name, Laurie.
Donnelly.
Donnelly, that I know you said Hammond then, but I knew it was the wrong one. She trains it here in America. There's, and I'm a Havening practitioner. So there's lots of different things, and Master NLP, because it's all eye movements from NLP. So, and then there's Ericksonian, and those wording that is actually in the Bible. The knowledge, the wisdom,
strength,
the understanding, that's Proverbs. Okay. So, but I did not come up with the idea of using words when you're doing that. All right. So like I say, but all the bunny bits are mine. people say there is nothing new. It's taken from here, here, and here, you know? So it's like, but it's how it's then used. This is I show you this this is what I do in my office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now you can't probably see very well, but you get the idea. I've got so many people in my cupboard. But
I've got people in my cupboard.
I know, if I said I've got children in my cupboard, I get the police.
Oh.
And I would just give them, see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they change and they can write, that is the dissociation. And it's really cool. On paper, on Zoom, like we've just done now, yeah, you just do it like that, what you did. But these are some other pictures that I've had from other people. Can you see? This is the change.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat. But as I say, it takes as long as it takes, and to clear all the poop off the landscape. So that is how I showed it as best as I can within the time I have. And feel free to ask any questions.
Yeah, please do. Just unmute yourself. Come right on out with any questions that you have. Looks like Carol's got one.
Well, I noticed that your hand movements did this when it was problem and this when it was solution.
And then I also, use that as well. Yeah, there's and you can use that, and I like to use that in the second two. You're right when I'm saying the words.
Yeah, and that's an anchor too for other things you may be doing with that person later.
Yeah, good noticing. Thank you. I've got a training coming up with Dan Candell actually in Massachusetts on the 22nd and 23rd. That's in person. And then I've got another one in person in Dublin at the Irish Hypnotherapy Conference. And I'm doing it again, showcasing it. I mean, it'll be on paper, and they'll be slightly different when I'm doing it like that. So that's in Dublin, but I've got the training on the Monday and Tuesday on the 7th and 8th in Ireland. So, and then there's one in May, which is online. Okay, the one in May is online. Any other questions?
But you can definitely include that information. You'll get tagged in the replay of this video, and definitely, put that information in a comment so that
For your upcoming
people in
training.
Hypnosis Education Association can know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I've got a link to my website because all the
Awesome.
are on there, so that'll be fine. Thank you. Any other questions?
Is humor integral to the process?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Because I'm moving around. I'm on the floor with the child or the adult. Now, when the adult is on the floor, they're vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're able to, they open up a lot more, which is really good. And
yeah, I really dug how once you got around to asking, what the scale was again, you'd bring in some levity first to help, help the person realize that there's been the change, and you used humor to do it. So I thought that was cool.
There's always humor when I'm working with somebody, because and the beauty with a child is that because this process is so different, and they're playing and they're drawing. And then I also use, and I didn't really have necessarily time, but I also use animals, because they can use, if they're not very good with this, they use the animals, and it's like they tell a story with the animals. Mm-hmm. And we use, I have things like snakes and spiders and little tigers, and this is a plastic hammer. And then they're doing their own work. They would be doing that. And then, but I would do eye movements as well within it. And then it's like, and then they tell a different story, and they often have this happening. People are all
Well, it was brilliant. I love it.
It was lots of fun. Thank you.
Good. Glad you
Well,
enjoyed
it's
it.
effective because I can see the difference on Melanie's being right now.
Am I shiny, happy people now?
Yeah.
Not that I wasn't shiny, happy people before,
Well,
but there's stuff.
There's a difference. So,
Well, it's content free.
Yeah.
Did we have to find out? Because you
No.
know it. You know
Yeah.
the story. You know it.
Right.
I don't need to know it all.
Yeah, that's one of the most empowering things I do for clients is when they come in and they have really, clearly have all the signs of PTSD, and they tell you I've been a veteran and this and that and this. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. We want to know where you want to be from where you are now. And we don't have to rehash and do
Right.
that and rewire it in the brain for you to find freedom from this. So yeah, I really love the
Especially
content free. And I love how you would do that with kids.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
I think
It's
that's
just
really
train them early that
because
that's
the
how they
last thing
can
you want to
treat
do,
it.
yeah, last thing you want to do is rewire something in a child's mind.
Well, the thing
Right?
is,
Oh my
well,
God.
they distort it.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what happens. Everybody
Yeah.
distorts a story.
Yeah.
There's the old saying, why ruin a good story with the truth?
Mm. Right.
So it's if the just leave it, you know it, and they do. They know it. We don't need to hear
Yeah.
it.
I think that if I were to learn this process, I would probably include an Etch-a-Sketch in mine, or the thing where you draw the person with the iron, or you draw whatever you want with iron,
Yeah.
and then the idea of shaking that memory to
I've got one of
turning
those,
it into
actually.
like
Yeah, there's a magic little Japanese marker thing that you draw.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, and just make it fuzzy like you would turn in the volume up, the volume down, just doing it in a different way for
That's
kids.
great.
Love it. Love it. You
Yeah.
see how you've already
That was great.
started to
Yeah, right.
Here's
Seriously,
to
because
adapt it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
but
I love it.
whatever will work for you.
That's awesome.
you reminded me of something very powerful that my daughter's gonna be 18 soon also, and had some traumatic past. And I did something major anchoring that I just now remember. I have Bunny Hopper and Blue Star Story. They were stories that were ongoing, like every night it would pick up where it left off. And I bet you I could use that to
Help her with what just
because it was all just beautiful, fun
yeah,
adventure stuff. So
Yeah.
she would
There you
remember
go.
for sure.
awesome.
Yeah, she would. So it's bringing the happy times back up,
Right.
Yeah,
where they felt safety, love, security, where they felt that unconditional love, and that's what it's.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your superpowers
Yeah.
of hypnosis, NLP, and humor, and lots of love. So,
yeah, I really appreciate you.
No, thank you for having me on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Letting me share.
Are there no more questions here? If you've got questions and you're watching on the replay, please do comment. Claudia will be there to answer you and get all your questions answered. If you love this, if you're watching on the replay, do let us know that you were here and watched the replay. I know we have some people that'll be watching from the UK tomorrow. All right. And with that, we'll wrap this up
Yes.
with our.
Thank you all for
Thank
joining
you all
us
for
also.
joining
You guys are what
us.
helps make this what it is.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you spending your time. Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Danny. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you for joining us on HEA's HypnoConnect, the podcast by the Hypnosis Education Association, a not-for-profit organization serving the hypnosis community since 1998. Proudly sponsored by HypnoBiz in a Box, the all-in-one platform for building a thriving hypnosis practice without burnout. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow, leave a review, and share it with a fellow hypnotist. Ready to grow with a supportive educational community? Join the HEA today and help us spread the word about the nature, uses, and benefits of hypnosis. Visit us at hypnosiseducationassociation.com. And if you're looking to get started, streamline, or scale your hypnosis business, head on over to hypnobizinabox.com, where you'll attract steady clients, generate reliable income, and be supported by a community of like-minded hypnosis professionals. Until next time, find a Hypno Buddy, stay inspired, and stay connected to HEA's HypnoConnect.